Welcome to Crimson Guitars, welcome to my home studio, welcome to Shred. This is a multi-scale guitar that started out life as one of Crimson's uncut kits, and it is proof positive that starting out even with a kit guitar, you can come up with something absolutely unique. And I'm really rather having fun. On with the show. It's going to look so amazing. You having fun? I'm having fun. So much fun. Burn it. Haha, yay! I am not going to spend the rest of this episode talking about the finish or doing the finish or showing you what's happening. There will be a very, very short clip of the next stage. Last week you saw me mess around with a treble O paintbrush and some paint, and it just wasn't doing it for me. You saw that the finish looked better with the addition of black lines around the outlines of all of the blobs, and that definition is required, absolutely. The paintbrush wasn't fine enough. So, well, there's always a tool for the job. And in this case, the tool happens to be an antique dip pen and some India ink. This is what it looks like without the definition and with. Obviously it needs finish on top to make it absolutely pop, but I'm just going around absolutely everything, adding some detail, and it's going to make the entire thing better and more realistic. I need to say thank you to my editor, Talitha, for both the fantastic edits. It's quite hard to make me actually look talented, but also for the dip pen and ink that I'm using. So it's a pretty cool thing. While that cures, I'm going to show you who's back. Back again. We have the cows in the field, which also means flies. Yeah, here's what it is. You get the view, you get the cows, you get the flies, you deal with it. While that copper leaf size, or gold leaf size at least, is curing, I'm going to put a coat of finish on the front. I'm applying this very carefully, and I'm going to dab it on. I don't want to run the risk of smearing any of the ink. Now that black ink here has had days to cure. Nonetheless, I want to be careful. And with this, I can see what's happening. Nothing, which is fantastic. Yep, we're good. We're a few days in and, well, a few coats of varnish in too. It's actually quite amazing what you can do with this Wipe-On Water-Based Varnish. Essentially, I have got not a huge amount on here. There's 5 or 6 coats applied, one a day over a little bit of time. It might not be enough. I might need to go for a little bit more. The plan is I want a nice matte finish on the back and on the neck. I don't like glossy necks in particular. I don't want anything to detract from these wonderful facets. And I do want, however, the top to be nice and shiny. This is the scary bit. Flattening this down, I run the risk of going through to the leaf, the paint, the ink layers, etc. So I might go part way and then apply more varnish after the fact. This is really the only bit in a guitar build where a weekly video might be somewhat problematic. And if I make a weekly video, it could be incredibly boring because it's finishing. Finishing is the same thing all the time. So we're going to spend the rest of this video flattening this down, see where we get to, and well, next time, even if I am carrying on with the finish, I'm going to start making a bridge. Oh yeah. Bit of water, 500 grit paper. I want this flat, not shiny. So after just a couple of minutes, that's where we're at. Okay, so yes, I have, in flattening that down, gone a little bit light in a couple of spots, and that was pretty expected. I've only put a few coats on here. Essentially, I need to rub on another coat or two, and I say rub on specifically because I'm actually going to be applying it with a cloth at this point and building up thinner but flatter layers, which is what this is actually supposed to be. But I'm going to get the rest of the guitar flattened down to the same sort of level, at least the back, and we'll move on from there. All right, so at this stage, I'm gonna move on to the top and I'm gonna go dry. I wanna be able to see absolutely every single pass that I make. And it means that the wet and dry paper is not being used as efficiently. It's gonna clog up a little bit more, but I can see what's happening, whereas the water muddies the situation. That would imply there's mud involved. You know what I mean. I'm not sure, it has to be wet. At least on these parts. It helps clear the whole thing up, takes the dust away, carefully does it. Okay, so that was broadly successful. I went a little bit too far on the back, and I'm hoping that you won't, once I apply the next layer of varnish, that you won't see the spots where I've gone through and it's got a little bit damp. I'm letting it dry, or have let it dry a little bit. I'm going to go up to the house and have a coffee, and then I'm going to come back and apply some more finish, and we will see. But yeah, I didn't go through anywhere on the front, or at least anywhere that matters. Clear the excess off. We don't want dust or anything like that, and yeah, finish. And this is really the problem with guitars that have facets like this. If you're not doing a finish that will just spray and be done, you're gonna suffer. It's all of the sanding involved in getting it to a nice shape, compounded because you're talking about microns thick. So, I mean, I do these things to myself. Oh well. So at this stage, everything's dried off, and I'm going to apply a bunch more of the lacquer as smoothly as I can with one of the foam brushes across the whole guitar. I'm hoping that the areas that I blew through will just disappear. There is a chance that we'll see those and I might have to sand the whole back of the guitar down. That would suck, but that serves me right for blowing through in the first place. What can I say? Varnish. Let's just do it this way. If you put it on too thick, it won't cure properly, so we do want it thin, but if I'm quick, applying it like this will work fine. Hence me not changing angle at this point. Okay, well, I'll just have to see what it looks like when it's dried, but can't see the blow through anymore. What is the correct phrase for blow through? Because I'm sure some of you are going to be laughing at what I'm saying here. All right, I'm going to take this opportunity to say thank you very much for watching. Please click like and subscribe and all of that good stuff. If you are interested in guitar building in any way, shape or form, we have now opened our guitar building school back up again. The UK is open for business. We have students in-house as I speak, and life is coming back to normal. It really is. Everything's starting to feel a little bit more positive. And yeah, it's all good. I hope to see you there soon. I suppose you want to see. I will come back in about 20 minutes when this is dried and shoot some B-roll. I'm not going to leave you on a cliffhanger like I did with Nebula last week. I will show you whether or not I've hidden those sections. I think I have. We're all good. All good in the hood. Yeah.